Monday. It is 9:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is War Notes with your host, Pavio G. I'm delivering one uninterrupted briefing on the latest political deflection tactics and why citizens must not be missold or misled, shall I say. The real story behind the headlines. Today's episode unpacks Trump's latest blame shifting targeting Obama, Rosie O'Donnell, and more, while urging listeners to stay focused on facts and justice. Over the past 2 to 3 weeks, President Trump has escalated a torrent of accusatory headlines. And of course, I have my co host in the background, Baby Victor, here. And he has accused many of folks for doing things that just don't sound right. And we all know it. Like blaming former President Barack Obama for treason, suggesting Rosie O'Donnell might lose her U.S. citizenship, and ramping up conspiracy laden rhetoric around Jeffrey Epstein. On July 22nd, he publicly accused Obama of orchestrating a treasonous campaign to undermine, he said, quote, treasonous campaign to undermine his 2016 election. Despite bipartisan investigations refuting any such claim, Obama's spokespeople called the accusation, quote, outrageous, end quote, and an obvious diversion from more critical issues. And we know what critical issues we're referring to: Epstein, of course. Now, just weeks ago, Trump also threatened to revoke Rosie O'Donnell's citizenship, calling her a, quote, threat to humanity, end quote, after she criticized his response to Texas floods. Constitutional experts immediately pushed back, stating that revocation or of revocation of birthright citizenship has no legal basis. Rosie responded with defiant humor, just opposing Trump with Epstein in a viral post and reaffirming her American identity even while living abroad. These political distractions emerge as Trump faces growing pressure over his deep ties to Jeffrey Epstein and mounting demands to release the full Epstein files. Instead of addressing those concerns, he pivots to deflections, accusations against predecessors, celebrity feuds, false conspiracies. The Department of Justice, under Attorney General Pam Bondi, has simultaneously launched a grand jury probe into Obama officials based on unsubstantiated allegations from Tulsi Gabbard, despite earlier bipartisan reports finding no wrongdoing. Meanwhile, personal scandals escalate, pictures of Trump and Epstein together, decades of documented association, and Trump's own comments about Epstein's, quote, young girls, generating renewed outrage. Critics argue this is more than media drama. These are factual connections Trump can't erase. Welcome, Ho Thi Antur, to the room. Welcome. And welcome to the program for Doso Awowi. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And of course, um, as we know, the media drama cannot be erased, right? Yet many remain silent while misinformation bombs distract the public. Trump's latest strategy: attack targets like an ex president or a comedian as emotive symbols to distract from legal peril. Behind every tweet lies an attempt to divert from tax investigations, classified document probes, and the public's demand for transparency on Epstein. Meanwhile, Trump's lawlessness, accusations of treason, threats against critics, DOJ politicization is reshaping norms of power. Experts warn we are witnessing deliberate attempts to dismantle accountability, consolidate loyalty, and normalize top down influence. Now, what I want my listeners today to take away from today's program is the following. If you all are just joining in, just so you all can understand a little bit more what's going on really quickly, Trump's recent distractions accusing Obama of treason and threatening O'Donnell are politically motivated diversions. The DOJ is now investigating Obama administration officials on conspiracy claims, despite bipartisan findings to the contrary. Epstein ties remain a serious, unresolved scandal overshadowed by manufactured controversy. This is not media spectacle, it's a deliberate tactic to muddy public perception. Citizens must focus on the facts, Trump's legal vulnerability, real governance failures, and systemic risk to our democracy. Now, that is your Unbroken War Notes update. I am Pavio G, urging you to stay informed, not distracted. And if you value real reporting, I ask you to please subscribe, like, and share this episode and help us to reach 1,000 subscribers so we can keep cutting through the noise. Please stay sharp, please stay aware, and keep your dial locked. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for Hotianan Tour for joining, and Fordoso Awowi. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thank you all for being here. Have a beautiful and blessed evening.